Hey, hey. Woo! I don't think I've ever had to hype myself up that much
Oh
during the
my
countdown.
goodness.
But
You ain't never
welcome to
lied.
We're gonna try again. Welcome to Trifecta Hour. I'm AJ. This is Inked, and this is Inked.
And Prince is fired.
All by
So
myself.
the trifecta is officially a duo.
The
We're not
duo
changing our name
factor.
though.
Will that work?
No, we're not gonna change
Well,
our
we were
name.
we
Duo
were we were
factor.
a trifecta with four of us. So I mean,
Yeah, we were. So I guess that works too, right? Oh
mm,
well. Yeah, Prince he's out of here. He don't know how to act. And he's always on vacation. He always wants to be a family man. So he
yeah,
gets
he got his doctorate, and now he decided he wanted to go in a different direction. I guess support his podcast or whatever.
I don't even think we should even say support it. I mean, at this point, I think we should say report it.
He said it when the last person quit, and I just realized my anyway.
Okay, you
Yeah.
ready? Did I just
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I just deleted the notes because they didn't
Oh,
upload. You're
Jesus.
my daughter's crazy psycho dog.
Oh, that's your dog, right?
No, that's Peanut. I want to.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
let's go.
I
We're
didn't know
already
there
at
was
it.
another. I didn't know there was another dog. Um,
Yeah, because I'm at Andrea's house. Okay,
yeah,
anyways, let's
I
go.
know
Let's
she had
go.
your dog, but not. Anyway,
Okay, yeah.
tariffs. So the Babylon tariffs have been so prevalent since Trump's 2024 campaign for president. Out of the woodwork came a whole bunch of economists and geopolitical experts who apparently have been waiting for this day to discuss this ever fascinating topic. Take a look.
President Trump not backing down on sweeping tariffs as international markets plunge. American stocks also continue to slide in reaction to those new taxes. Naomi Ruckam tells us what we can expect from Washington this week as folks worry about a worsening financial crisis.
American and international markets have tanked in reaction to President Donald Trump's impending tariffs on dozens of nations around the world. And from Air Force One Sunday, the president said he's not backing off.
I don't want anything to go down, but sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something.
The president's aides are working to calm fears, saying more than 50 nations have reached out about negotiating to lift the tariffs.
We're going to become a wealthy nation again, wealthy like never before.
The European Union is now proposing a list of U.S. goods to hit with extra tariffs, which could send prices soaring for products like fast fashion, electronics, cheese, and champagne.
The costs of doing business with the United States will drastically increase. And what is more, there seems to be no order in the disorder.
Amid the uncertainty, Democrats say they have several Republicans and company CEOs on board to limit the president's power on tariffs.
I think we're hearing from a big segment of the economy. The consumer spending is a big part of GDP, and they're worried.
Over the weekend, thousands of demonstrators in all 50 states voiced their anger at the current administration. Still, the Commerce Secretary says the tariffs will stay in place, adding the president plans to reset global trade. Naomi Ruckam, CBS News, New York.
All right. Thousands of people. Woohoo! Anyway, we'll talk about them baboons in a few minutes.
Okay.
Is Trump on the right path with the economy?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. And you know what's interesting is really all of this only affects the wealthy. So they're getting hit the hardest, right? That's why I said all these broke people crying about tariffs. Y'all wasn't buying none before, so why are you crying and barking now? I mean, everything was. You think about everything was expensive prior to Trump.
Right.
Remember, they were complaining about how expensive things were, eggs, blah 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 blah. Blah. So even the guy from Shark Tank, he was talking about China, and
Mm-hmm.
he was saying that he does business all the time in China, and that they need to do more tariffs on China. It needs to be higher. He said it needs to be like 400%. He
Mm-hmm.
said because they have ruined the ability for Americans to compete in China. So we can't sell our things there. We can't compete in that demographic over there. So why do we care? But I do think it's quite interesting that now all of a sudden people are economists. All of a sudden people are, excited about tariffs and what's happening in the stock market crashing. How many people that are complaining about the stock market even have a stock?
I
Let's
got
keep it a buck.
14. I got $12 in Lyft.
Okay. So, I mean, what are we doing? So, yes, the idea is if you bring it all down now, right? If you just bottom it all out and then allow it to stabilize, it makes it affordable again for the American people. It makes it affordable again for the common everyday working folk to be able to buy a car, to buy a house, because the interest rates and everything are going to come down. So I don't care. I don't care. And I'm not going to listen to virtual signaling. Like every single time the liberals talk about anything, it's all based in fear. I mean, we're going to talk about my favorite. I almost said something. Um, I had to catch that. That was almost had a Prince moment there. So we had to talk about that burn bitch later and the stupidity that's coming out of her mouth. But I'm not doing it. Like I don't have the energy. I don't have the time. The reality is something needs to change. These countries have been putting tariffs on our imports forever. I mean, that's why we can't sell our stuff overseas, is because it's not financially worth it. But we've made it super cheap for them to ship all their crap here and make money off of us. So it's time for it to stop. Like we need to balance it out. And if they don't like it, it sucks to be them. And I don't. Liberals are dumb. I mean, that's like the real reality of it all. They're stupid and they have been stupid and they continue to be stupid. So there's that. What's your take?
Dumb, da dum dum dum. If you ever want to annoy me, come into
Oh,
my live stream and say, "Well, I want to talk tariffs."
okay.
These boneheads generally don't know how many types of tariffs there are. They don't
Oh
know
no,
what
they're
type.
blanket tariffs. They're blanket tariffs,
Oh
which don't
Lord.
exist. They don't even exist, but they're blanket tariffs.
And then when you say, "Well, how is Trump?" They really don't know. This is just one of those topics that I just want to slap the shit out of somebody when they start talking, because you don't know. You didn't know what this was until Trump said it, and now all of a sudden, let's just go find stuff that we don't like and try to come up with bullshit and try to scare everybody. And now look, you got these dummies
Mhm.
running around here acting like baboons with no damn. You're not. This doesn't affect you. This is the rich man's problem.
Yep.
This is not your problem. No one cares. You didn't care about the price of eggs under the last president. You don't care now. You didn't care about if people had government jobs last president. You don't care now. You don't care. You care
Nope.
because it's Trump. Care because it's Trump. You don't care because you actually give a damn. Because first of all, you would know that you could make more money and you would have a better career in the private sector than in a government job. A government job is to serve. You are serving the people when you work in the government. The government job is not some job you just go and you lay on your ass, get to work from home, and meanwhile you get to have your Shopify store and all your little side job here, and you get to go out and hang out and have brunch and lunch while you're on the clock. No, that's not what a government job is for. But I digress. No one cares about tariffs. I don't care about tariffs. You don't care about tariffs. You just care about bullshitting and talking bad shit about Trump, because guess what? This ain't new news. Democrats been saying
Wait,
this.
it's not?
They've been saying this for decades.
Oh, okay.
Nancy Pelosi was young in that video that I saw where she was talking about
Yeah.
literally the same thing. Donald Trump. The difference is he's putting it into action.
Yes.
He's just
Yes.
not standing there
Yes.
reading off a page, saying all the nice words, and then doing nothing about it. He's actually doing something about it. That's the difference. And this is what y'all don't like. Somebody who's about it, and you would rather be anti-America, pro China. Go figure, right? These are the same people who used to come in our live streams and attack us about Putin. But now all of a sudden
Hmm.
you love China now. All of a sudden you posting the videos of China with the AI making fun of Americans trying to sew and stuff. 90,000 factories were shipped overseas.
Yeah.
This notion that Americans are these fat, lazy, no skill, unskilled, stupid people. Really? No, you
Yep.
sold us out. Our politicians sold us out for decades. And finally, someone says, okay, the buck stops here. And this is the same stuff that Donald Trump was talking on the Oprah show in 1988.
Yeah.
1988.
Yeah.
Literally, his script has not changed in almost
Wait,
40
wait.
years.
He has a script? No, he just stands on business.
Well,
That's
you
the
know what I mean?
difference.
Like he just has not shifted. Like it's
Yep.
literally been, and
Not
it's
at
gotten
all.
progressively worse. So he's literally said in 1988, if it gets too bad, I'll jump in.
Yeah.
And he jumped in and interrupted Hillary Clinton's whole plan to become the first female president because she would have just made it worse. And then interrupted
He's,
Kamala's plan to become the first, whatever the hell she is this week, president. Thank goodness for Donald Trump because
could you imagine?
we've been
Anyways,
so we are getting done raw with no Vaseline, and finally someone steps in and y'all mad at him. Other countries can protect their borders, we can't protect ours. Other countries can deport the hell out of people who that don't belong there, but we can't do it here.
no, we can if it's a Democrat doing it. No, we could do all of those things if a Democrat's doing it. Like, I mean, if we're being honest, that's our real reality. It's only when Trump does it that it's some new
I'm just
horrific moment in time.
I'm just so bored with it. This is
Well, you
why
got
it's
like
just
3.5 more years, so you might want to work it out.
well, I'm not bored of Trump. I'm bored of liberals being
Oh, no, no,
dingbats.
that's what I mean. You might want to work it
Oh,
out. You got 3.5 more years because they're not going to stop. You see, I checked out.
okay.
I checked out. I was just
Well,
like,
I
I'm
don't have the
good.
privilege of checking out because this is my business. But
Oh,
now
okay.
let's move on to Candace Owens.
Okay.
There's been much meteor. What does this say? What is a meteor fight?
Oh, no, ask production. You didn't wait, look, you gave this wait, hold on. You gave this to our people and then you didn't proofread it?
Look, it's been a
You
hell
didn't
of a week.
proofread this?
Listen,
Okay.
yeah,
What are we paying these people for, AJ?
I'm getting paid
You,
anyway. Um, I don't know what that word's supposed to be. Fight about her going against Trump with regards to how he's handling our relationship with Israel and their Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. Take a look.
Like, it's because this is not helpful to Jews in America. It's for Israel. Like, it feels like Netanyahu is running the White House and Trump's just signing and doing whatever they say, right? It feels like Netanyahu should be sitting in the Oval Office.
Whoa, Candace has defected. Run. So, based on this 12-second clipping, has Candace turned her back on Trump?
remember when you said you were bored?
I'm super hella bored.
This is just one of those moments, right? So like what are we doing and why are we doing it? Uh, no, she hasn't turned her back on Trump. You know what I think is interesting is that liberals believe that you have to agree with every single thing that the person you voted for does or says. And if you don't agree, then it's a bad thing, right? So
Hmm.
I think the idea of having elected officials is that we should disagree and not everything they do we should agree with. And and it's okay. I mean, Candace is entitled to Candace's opinion. It's okay. It's okay. If she doesn't like something, guess what? That's okay too. Um, but if I'm being honest, I think a lot of this is just clickbait, drive traction, make it to pump reviews, get people talking. Like I think somebody I know always says, talk about me, keep my name in your mouth. Um, it's somebody I know really well. I can't it's slipping my memory right now who that is, but yeah, he says it all the time. It's in these types of moments that I believe are the same type of thing, right? I just believe that she's doing it so people will talk. It was the same kind of controversy, remember, with Kanye and the T-shirt, and she just says, I mean, the most outlandish things just discreetly. She says it so that the people don't go. "Oh." But again, liberal media can't see through anything. They'll take it, they'll run with it, and then we'll have to hear about how she's turning on Trump for the next month. We'll all be bored. We'll all have nodded off. We'll all have turned the channel, but it'll still be on every single other channel on a rerun, repeat. And then that's just the nature of the beast. So no, I don't think she's turned on Trump. And at this point, so what if she has? So what if she has? She's not entitled to change her mind. She's not entitled to see things differently. Like, who cares? And let's be honest. Really, who is Candace?
Oh.
Candace is here for the money.
Oh, not calling her a grifter.
Well, she is. She's made a lot of money being controversial. She's made a lot of money saying some pretty crazy things. She's made a lot of money pushing back against the grain and talking about the things that nobody wanted to touch. I mean, that's our real reality. And so, I mean, I'm not mad. I mean, she was one of the lucky ones that was able to jump on the train, and the train left the station, and the money was being passed out down the aisles, and she was one of the lucky, fortunate ones.
Not down the aisles.
Walking down the aisles, passing out the money. and Candace was lucky enough to be one of those people who was able to make the money. So, I mean, I'm not mad. Not mad at all. What do you think?
Okay, so I get with the liberals, any little dissension is MAGA's over when there's any dissension, right? But here's for the people who voted for Trump. Like, if you agree with everything Trump is doing, like everything, or you have no questions, not even a little side eye on some of these things, not even a little, okay, is this gonna work? You're dumb.
Oh,
you're a complete idiot. You are in a
you're
cult.
dumb.
You're in a cult. And I'm not interested in you. You should always have questions of people you hire. You should always follow up with them. You should always be like, okay, well, where's this going? Can I get some, like, what's this? Yeah, because I agree with her on this Israel thing. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, why are we so beholden to Israel? I got questions. Now I don't have enough time to go down a rabbit hole or interest, but I do have questions on that particular subject too. So
Okay.
I don't understand when people like Candace or Brandon Tatum or Anthony Brian Logan, when they have questions about Trump or people in this administration, it just becomes like the cultists come out. I'm unfollowing. I'm unfriending. That's what you're supposed to do.
But you know why that happens, right?
Why?
Because they too are dumb.
They're fans.
So yeah, they
Candace ABL? Them?
No. Just like when you say the MAGA cult, right? So they do that because they don't know any better. So they're just as bad as the far left extremists of liberals, right?
Exactly.
They just don't know any better. So when you say something that is against everything they know, because even when you look at TikTok lives and you see like the conservatives of the TikTok lives, they do the same thing. It's like they're afraid to push back. They're afraid to say, yeah, no, I'm not down with this. No, I don't agree with this. No, I'm not feeling this. It's like they're afraid to do that. And so the ultimate reality of that is it only happens in a space of when you're not smart, when you're not a free thinker, when you're not able to make a decision based on what you know, what you research, what you see, not what somebody has told you. And that's what they do. They just sit back in a little space and they're just like, oh, no, Trump said, therefore it is.
I mean,
okay.
If you really want to annoy me again in my own live stream, don't come in and be like, I voted for Trump. Like somehow that makes us buddies. I don't care.
It does.
I don't care that you voted for Trump.
I mean, the last time I checked, being a mutual of yours makes you buddies.
Are you dumb? If you're dumb, you're dumb. Like, I can't cure that because you voted for Trump. I can't have a conversation with stupid because we've seen them live streams. Oh, well, what has Trump done? Or they get booked for the shade room, and then they get in there and they can't discuss one point in an intellectual form.
That wasn't me. I
You
don't know what you're talking
know.
about.
Oh no, you rocked it. That's why she ended it so quick. But she was one of
And
them.
that, I'm still shocked by the shade room. I still don't know how that happened, but okay.
I voted for Trump too, brother. Okay, I don't care. We're not in the same conversation. All right, let's
You
protest.
sure? Okay. Oh God. Yeah. Let's protest. Sure.
Yes. Being mutuals on an app does not mean we're friends. You know, that's why that white woman blocked me. Hands off protest. I wasn't supposed to read that out loud, but I just felt right.
Okay.
Let's try to make this sound natural. Now let's move along to these.
Come on, dude. Get it together. I woke up for a nap for this. Get it
Listen,
together.
I need a nap. Shoot, this podcast is kicking my ass. But now let's move along to these massive protests that have jumped off around the world this weekend. Well, last weekend, an estimated 1 million people or so took to the streets to protest the big bad Trump regime. Take a look.
Here's a live look at Boston,
This-
Massachusetts now as we check back in on one of our top stories, anti-Trump protests taking place across the country today after a tumultuous week, to say the least, on Wall Street and the economy. We want to point out, just a few minutes ago, we did show you a protest. We said it was Boston. It was not Boston. It was an unrelated protest. But what you are looking at right now
shocking.
is
Unrelated.
Boston, and I'm from there. I can recognize this. This is the plaza right outside of City Hall.
Why didn't you recognize the first one?
So,
So bored.
So bored. So what impact will this protest have on the history books?
You know what? Okay, let's be for reals. Let's be for reals right now. You know what impact this is going to have? It's going to have how dumb liberals were and how stupid liberals are. And I'm going to tell you why. How do you have an anti-Trump protest after he's already president? What is the purpose of standing outside talking against the commander in chief? Oh, well, we know people were paid to do it. But again, that's how all these protests have been. It's just been these setups. It's just been a bunch of bullshit. It's just been nonsense. Like, not one time was I standing outside protesting against Biden. No, I just wore it on my clothing. I just said it out loud.
Exactly.
I just called him a dementia-ridden monkey every chance that I could. Like, I'm not going outside. I'm not standing around. I'm not screaming, hollering, and yelling. I'm not carrying no sign because you don't like the president. We already know you don't like the president, but guess what? He is your president. See, and here's the other thing you liberals keep getting all messed up. We're smarter than you. While y'all standing outside protesting, because y'all did that before. Y'all was protesting everything. Y'all was burning up buildings and everything else, right? We were coming together to reelect our president. And guess what we're going to do again? While y'all standing outside, we going to get the next president that we want in. I'm bored. I don't understand the purpose of these because it doesn't change anything. They're not protesting to change laws. They're not protesting to find the missing children. They're not protesting to keep the streets safe. They're not protesting for, hell, at this point, animal rights. I don't even know. Something that's like beneficial. No, they're protesting because they don't like the president. Oh, you know why they don't like the president? Because somebody told them not to. You know why they don't like the president? Because people have been telling them he's bad.
Right.
Not for any other reason, but there's not one person who could just come out and formulate in a sentence why they don't like you hear Peanut? I'm about to kill him. Why they don't like, listen to him. He's on one barking. Oh, okay. This is why I should have took my black ass home, but you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, so they essentially they only hate him because they've been told to hate him. And I think that's the part that bothers me the most. I think that's the part that I'm exhausted from, is
Mhm.
that Trump's hate comes from the outside world. Because if
Right.
you go back, even when he was on Oprah, everybody loved him. When he appeared on The View, everybody loved him. You know, when everybody was putting him in the rap song. So I don't know how we got here,
Mhm.
and I don't know how they've been very successful in warping the dummies' minds. But again, I mean, who are we talking about? I mean, these are the same people that I don't know, go inside of an abortion truck at the DNC and think it's cute.
Damn. That was awful. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, they think that's okay. Because, you know, the woman's body, her right to choose. No, she should have chosen not to be a whore, but we'll get on that another time. So, I mean, I guess I've just tapped out in the need of trying to explain and understand stupidity. We're never going to understand it. We didn't understand it for the past 8 years. We're not going to start now. So it's just time to move along.
Mm. I'm bored.
Okay, well, we've
Oh.
been bored. That's our problem.
But in terms of history, this is going to have no effect. They're going to. This is why I question history now, because I see how it's being written in real time, and I see who controls it, and I see how they're painting Donald Trump and how they. How do you explain to people that the country elected this man twice, maybe 3 times, because 2020 was so shaky, but
Uh-huh.
but twice, non-consecutive terms, elected a man who was Hitler. How do you put that in the history books? He was a fascist. He took away rights, and the American people said, "You know what? We need 4 more years of this. Put him back in there." How do you explain that in history books?
They won't explain it. It'll
Meanwhile,
never be explained.
he beat Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
Y'all, Joe Biden won in 2020, 81 million, right? Got
Mm,
81 million, got in
sure.
there, and messed it all up. Was
Mhm.
not reelectable. Was not reelectable by any metric. Dropped the ball, messed up, undid executive orders he had no business undoing, and was just an all-around failure. Just a mess. And so the country said, "Well, let's get the fascist dictator Hitler back." Why would we do that? Y'all are dumb. And literally, I
Well,
know people out there protesting. And if you ask them, a lot of people, you ask them questions like, "Why are you out here?" Oh, the buzzwords: fascism, Elon Musk. And elaborate, and you're like, "Okay, well, what are they doing that got you out of bed this morning?" And you said, "Oh yeah, I need to get up and I need to really go get on the line with the people and really make a stink about this." What woke you up to do that? And no one can really articulate it.
because it's not real.
Right.
It's not real.
And
It's
and and,
fake.
and that's the problem. What did
Yes.
I say in my video? A protest with no purpose is buffoonery.
Yes. Yes.
That's all it is. You're making a complete ass of yourself. If you're not getting paid, you're really dumb. And like I said, if y'all ever see me do something where I've gotten the check was good, shut the hell up. Let me make my money, and I'll bring it
What?
back.
Wait,
All
wait,
right.
wait, wait. Well, no,
Anyway,
no, 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 no. We're not going to just drive by that like you didn't say it. What did you just say?
I said that before. No, anyway.
No, no,
So
no. What did you just say?
I say not. I say not. Did you?
Yeah, I saw. Go ahead.
So these dingbats don't know why they're out there. Also, and shout out to Right Side Lesbian Art for pointing this out in her video this week. So they were like, "Oh, over 1 million people around the world showed up." And she was like, "That's less than 1% of the world." Nobody
That
cares.
part.
Nobody cares. You don't even care. All you care about, you anti-capitalist, is that you got paid to protest. Anti-capitalist. Moving on to the SCOTUS.
Mhm.
The Trump administration was handed a major dub this week when the SCOTUS, in a 5-4 ruling, voted to allow Trump. Why did I say that twice? See, I'm just not prepared today. Voted to allow Trump to invoke the Alien Enemies Act to keep it legal who are members of the violent Venezuelan gang, whatever their name, Abuela, out of this country. Take a look.
This was a
between
a monumental victory for President Trump. The biggest legal win of this administration so far. A total embarrassment for crazy Judge Boasberg, who's been trying to force this president to bring foreign alien terrorists back onto American soil, trying to turn our planes around, trying to empty prisons in foreign countries and bring them back to our soil. This is a monumental, colossal victory for the rule of law, for the Constitution, for our founding generation, John Adams, who signed this law into effect in 1798, and for President Trump in fulfilling his mandate and campaign pledge. What does this mean for you and your family watching at home tonight? It means that the Department of Justice, FBI, DEA, ATF, the U.S. Marshal Service, Customs and Border Protection, Border Patrol, and Immigrations and Customs Enforcement now have maximum authority to find and remove illegal alien gang members from Venezuela that have been responsible for so much misery in this country, for the torture and murder of Jocelyn Ungary, for the brutal slaying of Laken Riley. Those monsters can now be hunted down and expelled from this country with speed, force, and efficiency. This is a great day for America, Sean.
And it should also be noted that Muslim dude, what was his name, Sheikh Abdul Khalil, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
A judge ruled that Trump get him out of here too. So peace, have a great one. It's been real. And I don't understand why liberals would rather stand behind him than protect their own country. But again, this is the logic we're dealing with in 2025 with these boneheads. I didn't put a question there, so do you agree with the SCOTUS decision, Inked?
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Let the presidents. Okay?
Let's go.
Let him president. Okay? Because this is our real reality. There is so much garbage. There is so much trash. There is so much hate. There is so much disgustingness running amok in our streets, wreaking havoc, taking people's lives, and there's no discussion. I am still trying to understand. This is about as dumb as the argument about the high school boy. You know, you shouldn't touch people because you never know what they're going to do. Okay, whatever. You can't be stabbing people. It has that same concept, right? So it's just like I don't understand why you think or why we need these people here.
Right.
I don't understand why we give a damn. Get your ass out. You know what? You know why they're here though? Because they can run amok. They can get away with all this violence and vitriol. Because if they went back to Colombia, you'd be beheaded already.
Right.
If you went back to Venezuela, you'd be underneath the jail, rolled over, and torched. What are we talking about right now? And it's interesting. They fight more for people outside of our country to stay than they've ever fought for the people within the country. Everything liberals do is based on dumb, nonsensical logic. They want to kill your babies. Oh, it's fine. Kill babies. Oh, you know, he's a terrorist and a rapist and we want to kick him out. No, he's still a human. Get your ass out of here. Because I often wonder, liberals must be those people who go into the court after some heinous animal has taken the life of their loved one and say, Your Honor, we want you to go light on them, spare them, don't give them the death penalty. They must be those people. Because I don't understand it. SCOTUS did exactly what SCOTUS needed to do. You know why? Because they recognize that this is a real problem. And this man is willing to head the front of this real problem. If you think about this, everything that Donald Trump does that goes against the cartel, all these crazy big leaders, that run, people are like bombing themselves on behalf of them. He's put a target on his own back. You don't get to do these types of things and then just, walk free inside of Target.
Right.
So he recognizes that this is what the American people, everything he's doing is very strategic. These dummies just don't see it. Everything he's doing is to bring safety back to America, to bring everything, the cost of living back down. It's going to take a minute. Like we got, right? And then it'll bottom out again. It'll surface and everything will be good. And then we'll be here. So good for SCOTUS. I mean, I'm glad they got this right because, they be making me a little nervous sometimes.
I don't understand why this wasn't unanimous, but Amy
what do you
Comey Barrett.
AJ? You know why it wasn't. You know why it wasn't.
It shouldn't be political. Period. It shouldn't be.
It always is though. They
And it's,
always want to make it about something it's not. The reality is these people are disgusting.
right, right, right. Until your family's affected, which they won't be, because your
Never
family
know.
has creme de la creme of security. So there's several lines of penetration before they can actually get to your child. But damn anyone else's child who's out in this world just exposed and
Yeah.
and gets violated or just outright killed. Like God forbid. And I don't understand again the logic of these people on the left. A country opened their prison
Yeah.
and said, go to the United States.
Yeah.
These people went to the United States, and you thought somehow when they crossed that border into the United States that they just became upstanding, hardworking people. No, they're the same thugs and animals, if not worse, because they already came from something that was a little questionable to begin with. And so now you're in a country where no, we don't play that.
Yeah.
No. You can't run amok here. You can't take over
Nope.
apartment buildings here. I remember when JD Vance was talking to that bimbo, I forgot her name, the journalist, and she's like, well, it's only been a couple of apartments. Well, how many apartment buildings need to be taken over before you take it seriously? One is too many. So we're just going
A
to wait
million
to 500 are taken over, and then we're like, oh, we have a problem? No, you nip it in the bud right now because this
right
is just
now.
going to get worse. So no, I don't. What am I crying for these animals for? They're not contributing to this country in any way. If I want to go live somewhere, I have to contribute something to the country. I just can't be like, yeah, well, I'm gonna just run amok. I'm gonna commit crimes, and then I'm gonna run up the taxpayers' bill again because now I'm a liability legally. So now the American people got to pay to feed your ass every day. No, we're good. Bye.
Okay.
Alien Enemies Act, go forward. So it ain't based on the 11 weeks we've had Donald Trump 2.0. How do you grade his performance so far?
He's right about a B plus.
Mhm.
Strong B. Um, some things seem a little like chaotic. I will say that he has definitely calmed down. So, when he speaks, it's you understand and it's not a bunch of like crazy gibberish. But it's solid right now. I feel pretty good about it. I don't have a care in the world. I mean, my bank account just keeps growing, so I don't I don't know what to tell you people. I mean, I don't know what to say at this point. Um, I'm more focused about the real things in my life, right? The things that like truly impact me. So I think my biggest thing is he's trying to get it so we can sleep at night knowing that, our kids are safe. I mean, my daughter's a young adult and I don't want her jogging through the park so some animal thinks that it's okay to just take her life.
Right.
So I think it's like a strong B plus. I think we're getting there. I think after the first year, we'll know a little bit more, but I mean, I think we'll be sitting real pretty after that. And
Mm.
I don't know. It's just this time around it's less of him. Like if you notice, like we don't have as many sound bites this time around. We don't
Right.
have
Right.
like the stuff that we normally have. Like
Hmm.
so they don't get to talk about him that way. Now they're actually just talking about the things that he's doing
Hmm.
and how they're hurting us. When we get to the burn bitch, we gonna talk about that too. But but outside of that, it's like I mean I think it's a solid B plus. What do you think? Where you at with it?
I'm between a minus and a B plus.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I did, I'm. It's mostly the Israel stuff. I'm just a little,
Yeah.
and but here's the thing. It got to get ugly. It has to before it gets good again. It just has to. There's no way you have 4 years to undo decades of bad decisions.
Yeah.
That's not easy
Yeah.
feat. This is why
Yeah.
literally he woke up January 20th and just wowed out. And then everyone's like, ah! And keep up. Keep up, because we ain't slowing down. We ain't, and I'm sure there's a contingency plan if he, God forbid, gets sick or they actually succeed at trying to take him out. There's a whole contingency plan, so the train is going to keep going. Believe you me,
But
JD Vance knows what the mission is, and
but
so
if you speaking on that really quickly,
mhm,
if you notice though, you're hearing less and less talk about that too.
mhm.
Remember in the beginning, we used to hear it all the time. He ain't going nowhere. They know that.
We ain't. Oh damn, that's Diddy.
Going nowhere. I know. Okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead. You got to separate the man from the music, just like R. Kelly.
Exactly,
Let's go. Let's
exactly,
keep it pushing.
exactly, exactly. So yeah, I'm giving him. I'm between that A minus and that B plus, and I just think,
Okay.
look, also liberals, libtards, leftists, whichever category you fall into, he's been president less than 3 months at this point. What miracles are you looking for? Because you ain't gonna get them, and even and you don't want him to succeed. I have
Fair.
never
It's fair.
listened. I never rooted for Biden to fail. I just needed you to mess up just enough to not get reelected.
Yes.
That's it.
Well, he didn't even have to mess up. He just talked. It was easy.
Or tried to talk.
Falling off bikes. It was great.
I mean, that debate was great. It was great for us.
Yes.
That was just for
Yes.
America, because finally you got exposed and they pushed you out and put that person who you knew. Well, they didn't really want her, but Biden, because y'all forced his hand, he forced y'all hand by endorsing her before y'all had made a decision. But anyway, we will be right back. Hey!
Oh, snap.
Now you know why I'm so tired and unprepared today. This week has literally been consumed with that podcast right there. I'm a one-man band, so get over it. I haven't been able to live stream in 2 days. I haven't been able to post content in 2 days. Y'all will get over it. If I die today, you find somebody else. I mean,
I feel
he
like I
won't.
missed a video, AJ,
No. What video?
for this trending topic. I don't have it.
The Jasmine Crockett video?
Yeah, hold
It's,
on.
it's
This is what happens when you hold on. Let me
oh,
just
I'm
see if
about
this is
to
it right here.
is
Oh, I'm
that
not
it?
gonna be able to tell till I play it. Let's
Is
try
it
it. Go.
is it black square?
Yeah.
Record. Yeah. I think that's
Okay,
it,
let's
because
see.
that's
Let's
the
see.
Prince said it was. But it's time for our trending topic.
Go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right. She don't leave
The
me
fact
alone.
is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
I know that's right.
Ooh. Inked.
I'm gonna find some words. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna find them. Okay. Okay. I feel like, I deleted the inked account, all the inked accounts, right? So I brought my main account back uh, just the other night. So it's the only account that I brought back, not guaranteed to stay. And I feel like I need to bring back the wig Jasmine Crockett video, because I took all the videos out. So any video you're seeing now is new, that I made the day that my account, that I brought my account back. I'm so tired of her. How do you claim to be smart? How do you claim to be educated? And the dumbest of dumbest shit leaves your mouth every day. You're talking about why we should keep illegals here, and you're literally saying all they're good for is farming because we are not going back to the cotton field. But she was never in the cotton field. So what are we talking about? You were never there. What are we talking about? This is, and then you hear the dummy in the background. You heard that? What do we hear? I she disgusts me so much, and I don't understand how she's become the representation of Black people. I don't understand how she continues to stand in front of a microphone, in front of a camera, and spew the dumbest shit of dumbest shit. She is Kamala 2.0. She's just walking around, talking in a circle about absolutely nothing, looking a whole hot mess. A whole hot mess. Because I'm about to drag this bitch. I'm back now. So they can come for me too. Because you know, I said, oh, you black, attacking black people. Blah, 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 blah. Bitch, I ain't black. Shut up. So I keep having to remind these people. She does it to herself. If you put yourself out there, if you say these dumb things, if you look a hot mess while you're saying it, you're gonna get drugged through the street. The other thing I'm tired of is this loyalty to somebody whose skin color is the same as yours. Everybody, just like Kamala, feel like we owe them something because their skin is brown. I'm tired. She's stupid. Okay. If we're gonna keep illegals here, it shouldn't be for farming only. The fuck was that? And then people agree with her. This is how dumb the liberals are. You agree with what she says. She's literally putting down an entire community of people. The same people that you are saying are human, and the same people that you say deserve due process, and the same people you say we should treat a certain type of way. She just minimized them down to the lower than your dog. This is how dumb I know you guys all are. So if you guys can't get your own thoughts, if you guys can't get it together, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to keep losing because if this is your representation, this stupid bitch, this burn bitch, if this is your representation, Joy Reid, if that's your representation, Kamala, that's why you're losing. You lost the game. You're going to keep losing because this is some bullshit. She's stupid. She's dumb. She's lame. And she should just shut up and go sit down. Her ship sailed off into lame land. Whatever. Go ahead, AJ.
No, she should not shut up.
I can't.
Keep
Better keep going.
Keep talking. All of you saw the video, the soundbite so far?
Yeah, you're right. I just it pains me.
She's going to try to stand on a national stage.
Yeah.
For president. And she's going to get her ass handed to her. Because all of that loud, these stupid talking points, these weightless subjects, and reducing. First of all, we have 300 and some odd million people in this country. You mean to tell me the farms aren't covered?
Machines are running these farms. What are we talking about?
Machines, drones. I mean, literally, the human part of that is so menial at this point.
Yeah.
And those people, I believe, I forgot the name of the visa in the chat. If y'all know the name of the visa, a lot of these people actually do have the proper paperwork to work on the farms. So
no, they don't. AJ.
So this notion that we paying people under the table who we get to mistreat because they have no rights, so they can't push back, they can't negotiate a salary, and this is what you're advocating for? Make that make sense. Oh yeah, I know you can't do a damn thing, and I'm gonna give you $3 an hour, and you're gonna like it, and I'm gonna work you all day, and then I don't give a damn what conditions you go. I don't care if you have somewhere to go. I don't care.
Yeah.
I've used you and abused you. Get out.
Yeah.
That's what you're advocating for, Jasmine Crockett?
Yeah.
And Republicans, when she gets her bald-headed ass up there on that stage, because she's going to try in 2028, when she tries, we're not going back to factory default after Trump. We only turn it up from here. So do not think for one moment we're going back to the passive, and as soon as you say racist, you run around, oh, not a
We're not
racist.
doing that?
No, we're not doing that ever again. We're
Okay.
done.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
I'm out. I'm out if you do it. So get on with the BS. Reducing human beings, and this is why illegal immigration is a failure for both parties.
Yes.
Doesn't work. You want people here that you can underpay because you don't want to pay Americans a wage, but at the same time you bitching and moaning out the other side of your mouth about a livable wage. Which one is it? So we don't want to hire an American because we don't want to pay that American the minimum. So we want to bring these people in so we can cheat the system. Y'all are the most confusing, moronic, dumb, diabolical people that I've ever met about. And I can't wait for this bimbo to get mollywopped. Her and AOC to get
Yes.
mollywopped. Talk about they running for president. AOC has never even debated in her own district, that little congressional district in New York that she represents. She has never debated for that seat. So what's going to happen when you have to stand on a debate stage and really pick apart your points?
Okay.
Okay, good luck. Good luck,
I'll
Kamala.
be there for it.
Anyway, where are we? We will
We'll
be
be right back.
Thank you for tuning into Trifecta Hour. Please hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. Woo! You can also follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And if you really want to make us smile, you can subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
All right. Now it's time to get petty.
Listen. I wanted the video.
The
Wait,
video. You have it?
no. I forgot to put it up, and in the notes was talking, so it was taking my dictation. Um, this my petty goes out to the fat bitch who went into McDonald's and twerked with
Huh?
her whole ass out in her bra and panties.
What?
Listen to my words. Listen to me, black women. If you don't stop acting like circus monkeys, I don't want to hear nothing from you. Why would you take your fat, obese ass into a place where people are eating and put your ass up in the air to somebody's table and think that that is cute? And your bra and your panties. Hmm? Hmm? I'm sick and tired of seeing y'all's black, burnt, fat, cellulated asses looking like poor entertainment. You know the internet's forever. Forever. We're going to have to look at your fat, nasty ass forever shaking in a McDonald's while people eat. I can't wait for the day for somebody to bust you upside your fucking head for being stupid. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you shake your ass anywhere near me while I eat, it'll be the last time you shake your ass. I promise you. I promise you. I'm going to take out your weak knees that are already bad because you're carrying around all that fat. Knock it off. Oh, and we cannot escape the petty without talking about the lawyer. So, to the lawyer with your baby sunroof. That's cute. I'm so glad to see that you have at least advanced to the sunroof. That's cute though. It's like a little baby one. I mean, I think it's like right in the middle of the top of the car. It's not like, side to side like all my friends. All my friends, panoramics. Our shit goes from like door to door all the way back. Oh, that's the only people I fuck with. So I'm happy to see that you finally got a sunroof. But let's discuss your sunroof. When you open it and you allow the sun to come in, we then see the different textures of hair. So this is like kind of like my advice to you. If you're going to open the sunroof, you need to make sure that the hair, the inch hair that's on top of your head, that your leave out is the same as the rest. And I noticed that when you get new hair, when you get the new clips or whatever you get, that it's really apparent with all the gray and dinginess in the leave out. So just so you know, when the sun is shining through the roof, we see that. Okay. The pretending is starting to get bad. It's not working for you anymore. It's just not working. But I wanted to give you a good shout out first for getting a baby sunroof. There's still no leather, but the baby sunroof is cute. I mean, I only say this because you're wealthy. $4 million in a year, you brought that home. You wealthy. Hope you paid your taxes. Um, I know you've advanced from the $300,000 apartment, so I'm assuming the one you're in now is like 500,000 because it has brown doors and white cabinets, and everything around it is brown. So I'm assuming that's an upgrade. I didn't see no chips in the counter, but all the appliances are still white, and there's no ice maker in your refrigerator, and that's not gas stove. So I think that's really all I have for you. I noticed you've been off the TikTok lately during the daytime. You been in court? You had trial? That's why you can't be on TikTok? I mean, you used to take your friends to court with you, so um I'm just assuming that's why you're no longer on TikTok all day long. It's because you're in trial. You should tell us about the case that you're working on. Can we watch it live? Um so okay, there's that. I hope that you straightened your hair, your leave out, while if you're in court, because it could be bad. Okay, go ahead, AJ.
Jesus. I should have went first.
What?
Oh man. Oh. My petty goes out to conservatives
Oh,
in this whole Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony thing.
oh yeah.
So there are conservatives like ABL and Ian Chong, I believe his name is, and several others. No. Ian Chong had the issue. He had an issue with another conservative who feels that Carmelo Anthony has a solid self-defense case.
Oh no.
Who cares? This is what I talk about when I talk about the cult shit. So because they have one opinion you don't like, you unfollowing, you not supporting anymore, forget you, I thought you. Neither one of y'all got proof of shit. But that's the reason to unfollow, unfriend. I mean, I've criticized police officers who fucked up in a moment they shouldn't have fucked up in and got unfollowed, unfriended, blocked. Oh, I'm not supporting you anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
And firstly, I didn't know you were here. Secondly, you don't have to announce your departure because no one will miss you. With or without you, the mission will be fulfilled. All right, cool. If you're a real conservative, you understand that you're not going to agree with all conservatives. That's called being a human being. You're human first, and usually your lived experiences trump up ideology or some opinion on something, and you have the right to that. That's why you're a conservative, because you understand that. So no, just because one's black, one's white, whatever way you want to frame this to make yourself feel all right, hush the fuck up and agree to disagree and move on. What is the point
Man.
unfollowing or not supporting anyone anymore because they have one damn opinion you don't like? Well, guess what? It's called AJ's rant room because
Oh.
AJ ain't placating to none of you motherfuckers. So if AJ says it, that's what AJ believes. If you don't like it, to quote Nene Leakes, well, you don't like it. And that's
Why are we
it.
catching strays? Why are
And
you coming at us? AJ's rant room.
So think about that the next time a conservative pops up on your feed and they have an opinion you don't like or agree with, and you go to hit that unfollow button. Think of what a jackass leftist you're acting like. Because that's what you look and sound like when you make those statements and you actually go forth and hit the unfollow button and disregard everything someone has contributed because you don't like something they you don't like their point of view. You're dumb. You're a cultist. And this is exactly why liberals can come into the space and compromise it, because you don't opinion on your own side, a dissension on your own side. It's pathetic. It's weak. And this is why y'all bore me so damn easily. And we will be, wait, we going right? Yeah, we'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, now it's time for our memes of the week. You're about to get another
You know what?
strike.
I know. You know what? You know what I'm so excited about? Did that one get? Did that sound get? Did it get it?
I had to replace the sound, but I forgot to replace this. Like in the actual show, I forgot to replace it. But it's fine.
You know what? You know what? Let me just, after the rant experience, when the original music hits for that, I'm so excited. I can't wait. We're gonna have to just do little blurbs for everything because it's getting weak. All right, we ready for our memes?
Yes.
All right, everybody, it's time for your memes of the week. Listen, it's apparent I'm not here. Why else am I not here? Don't let them lie to you. It's a contract dispute. They have not met my terms. So instead of me just doing another episode where my terms have not been met, I'm going to do a voiceover because my face is the talent. So if you're staring at this, you're one of the gay guys staring at each other. But listen, wait a minute. That means if I'm staring at it, then that means I'm one of. But this is a stupid meme because no, I don't do that stuff. Three gay guys staring. This meme in retrospect was good when I picked it, but now that I think about it, I don't like it no more. Next meme. I said next meme, Keisha. Okay, here we go. Don't you die on me, you bastard. We will need to use you. Democrats resuscitating racism. Every time something goes down, every time they want to distract us, racism shows up. So let me go down the list. Let me check my notes. Our rights are about to be taken. We're going back to Jim Crow. We're going back to pick cotton. We're going back to the back of the bus. We have to sneak in the back of restaurants. What are we doing, people? What are we doing? Listen, I love to do racism because racism is fun when you do it right. But this new age racism is whack. Even racism is soft now. Racism doesn't even have any masculinity to it no more. It's now, I had to wait 5 extra minutes to sit down at the Red Robin, so I was racist. No, somebody was before you, jackass. Get off the Democrat plantation. Oh, yeah, and by the way, some of the best racial epithets come from Democrats. Think about that. Next meme. Amen. Keisha, hurry the hell up. Next meme. Ah, yes.
Oh, my God.
You liberal women swear up and down you are rebels. You think you are the new age neo-Nazis. Why? Because you're burning 6-figure vehicles? You're burning Teslas, by the way, that have already paid for. Oh, yeah, and by the way, what are you earning yourself? Prison time, felonies, act of terrorism. You dummies. Won't you do this? Go back to your suburban homes, put on your smocks, cook for your man, and prepare his dinner instead of you trying to be new neo-Nazis. How about that? Because burning Teslas, I promise you, is not doing what you think it's doing. Next meme. Hurry up, Keisha. Oh, now, God. For those who know, and those who don't know, need to know. This is Deshaun Watson getting engaged to his masseuse.
Oh my
It's
god!
only one person that can tame Deshaun Watson.
You know what?
That's an Asian masseuse.
I can't
Like,
stand.
I still don't understand what was he thinking. Like, dude, you have all this money. You can literally go to places that cater to that sign NDAs. You purposely went to the seedy joints, the joints where people are over here probably against their own will,
Mm-mm.
and you was getting happy endings. And then you was trying to get happy endings for sisters. You know, sisters don't play that shit. At least tell me up front. Don't wait till it's done and be like, I know she was looking at you like you better jerk yourself off.
Oh Lord, I can't.
Dumbass Deshaun Watson. Probably the dumbest athlete, I won't say since OJ, but
Oh my
it's pretty damn close. Next meme. Listen, I know we're supposed to be proud of our countries,
god!
but listen, America, it does smell like bitch in here. I never knew anybody that said, you know what? I'm going to Mexico because Mexico treats you right. Or
Mm-mm.
I'm going to Canada because Canada know how to treat you. No, y'all are all migrating to here. You know why? Because we're the best country there is. And right now, it seems like we got a criminal exchange program because I never heard of anybody saying, you know what, I'm fleeing to America because I wanna be in the home of the free, the brave, and I also wanna. There ain't no extradition laws there. Nobody ever says that shit. You
Jesus.
come to America, why? Because you want to make money, you want to
Amen.
work,
Yep.
and you want to have the best country ever backing you. But no, you got people now bigging up Mexico and Canada. You know what? If Mexico and Canada are so goddamn nice, move there. I bet you won't. Go
Oh,
get some of that universal health care in Canada. Psych. Or
oh
go to
my.
Mexico. What you gonna do? Beat a tortilla on a rock?
That
Oh,
part.
Nobody cares. America is still the greatest country walking. And it ain't walking. I guess it's revolving since it's
All
Earth
right.
and Earth is round.
Oh
Next
Jesus.
meme. Oh God. This is what happens when you let AJ pick the memes. What if he rapes me? You mean what if she rapes you? This is dark. Okay. Just let me say this that
Oh
yeah,
god.
this is dark. I don't have anything for this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, AJ. What am I supposed to do with this meme? Like I don't know. And those are your memes of the week. Keisha, you can hit the X now. Hit the X, woman. Damn.
wow. If somebody not here, he got a whole lot to say, don't he?
Oh Jesus.
Maybe get on my nerves.
Oh
Anyways,
god. Now it's time for our Urban Dictionary word of the day.
because somebody I know, I like to call him friend, and sometimes I call him family when he's not getting on my nerves, struggles to keep the word dummy and stupid out of his mouth when he shouldn't be using it. Cretinence.
Cool.
Cretinence.
Cretinence.
Yes, that is your new word now. Okay. Offensively stupid or lacking intelligence.
Oh, the
Write it
cretinine.
down. There you go. Look at you already using it so well. It rolled right off the tongue, AJ. It sounds good. So write that down, okay? So that when you're like, you don't have to call them
Stupid.
baboons,
Oh,
and
but baboons.
stupid.
Baboons more fun.
We know that we're on a mission, okay? We're on a mission. All right. So that's your word. We're at the end of the
Mm,
show. We did it, AJ.
hallelujah. Yes, cretinence. Oh, the cretinence. Yeah, we made it. Hallelujah. We only 10 minutes
No,
in.
that's wrong, Jay Lee.
Jaylee, not
Jay
an
Lee.
Asian spelling wrong.
Oh,
Wow,
Jay
Jaylee, we're
Lee.
disappointed in you.
Jay Lee.
Wow.
And he even put a question
Mm,
mark there.
wow.
Cretinous.
Mm,
Cretinine.
mm, 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 mm,
Wow,
mm,
Jaylee.
mm, mm. A
I think
disgraceful
that's the
word.
first time he's gotten it wrong.
A disgrace to the
Well,
nation.
anyways, Mandingo, you got your memes, so you can quit
Yes.
your crying.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much for enduring the trifecta duo this evening. We appreciate you for watching. Thank you. Make sure you check out the Rant Experience Monday, April 14th, which is the next Monday that's coming up. The inaugural episode drops at noon on Monday. So and I'll be back on regular schedules, all the pre-production and all the stuff that has to go. And then once everything is put together, I can just do my show, drop it in, and then move on. So thank y'all so much, and we appreciate you. And episode 8 and 9 is loaded.